Hey, Trainer Weaves here, ready to bring you the latest news on the Team Rocket invasion. So you may have noticed, the last video I did, I talked about how the Team Rocket were Team Go Rocket. They're called Team Go Rocket, we're taking over Pokestops. Then they disappeared for a day, and now they have come back and have taken over so many more Pokestops. So what's actually happening? Well, for a start, the battles are so much harder now. The video I posted before was taken from Reddit because I couldn't find any stops myself in that short window. And the Bulbasaur was about 2,500 CP, the Ivysaur was 3,400 CP. Now, when you fight a Bulbasaur, a Shadow Bulbasaur with Team Rocket, its CP is 4,528, and the Ivysaur is 6,885. So, now I have a reason to power up my Pokemon. So, if you're a collecting pleb like me, who hasn't bothered powering up most things, who hasn't really done much in PvP, we need to start learning how to do this properly. Because I want all the Shadow Pokemon now, and my teams are not ready. So, what you need to do is A, look at type effectiveness. And more importantly, B, with PvP, it's so much more important to have fast moves that will charge up your charge moves better. Basically, what's happening, in my experience anyway, is that a lot of my high-level Pokemon are getting destroyed before their charge moves even get charged. So, we all need to start looking at move types and charge those up properly. If you're not level 40, then the battles do scale down to your level. So don't worry, you don't have to go and rush off to the highest level possible. You should still be able to compete as long as you have the right Pokemon with the right movesets. And probably the best bit of advice I can give you is Tyrannitars are very good, especially if you want Shadow Snorlax. Because the Shadow Snorlax is probably the toughest battle there is. I've had no trouble with any of the others. But how do you know if you're going to face Shadow Snorlax or Shadow Dratini or Shadow Raticate or any of those? Well, when you first go into the Team Rocket Pokestop, you spin it, and then one of the Team Rocket grunts appears and says some challenging words. And then, when the battle button comes up, you'll see something like, "Winning is for winners." That is the key phrase that tells you, well, that one tells you that it's Snorlax. And the others I'll put on the screen here. These have been collected by the Silphrid community, and they all indicate the main type of the battle you're going to have. So we have Go, my super bug Pokemon. You'll probably face bug teams. Wherever there is a light, there is also shadow. You'll probably face a dark team. My bird Pokemon wants to battle with you. You'll probably face a flying team, which is not birds, by the way. When I did it, it was mostly Golbat. Golbat are not birds. You might find that you can only choose Pokemon that are 1500 CP or below. That is a bug right now, and all you need to do there is delete your great team in PvP. So go into your Pokemon bag, hit party, under the great PvP section, delete those teams, and then you should be able to choose from any other Pokemon. Hopefully they'll be fixed soon, because that is a known bug. If you do happen to have the wrong team, that's no big deal, because the team doesn't change for that particular Pokestop spawn. So you can just exit the battle, go back in, pick the more appropriate team, and try again. Assuming, of course, it hasn't despawned. It seems like they're spawning for about half an hour, but there's also a theory that the stop will despawn 5 minutes after someone battles it, and I haven't been able to verify that yet, so I wouldn't take too long if you hear a report of something good, basically. At the end of the battle, you'll get a breakdown of how many balls you got, and if you look under Hero and Purifier, those are actually 2 new badges that you'll see in your trainer screen. So once you get your bronze badge, you'll get 1 extra ball each, which means you should have at least 5 balls every time you want to catch something. Again, in my experience, as long as you actually hit the thing, then it usually stays. The only one that I've had break out is Snorlax, who is so rare that it gets you with that little heart stopping, "Oh no, he's going to escape" thing again. Oh, I hate that so much. But just feed them raspberries and they'll be fine. 5 balls is plenty. The Hero badge is a number of Team Rocket battles that you've won, and the Purifier badge is the number of Pokemon that you've purified. you'll notice that every shadow Pokemon has a charge move called Return, and that's rubbish. So if you do purify them, no matter what level the shadow Pokemon was when you caught it, it'll get boosted to level 25. It will be cheaper to power up in terms of candy, and it will get 2 points added to every single one of its IVs. You may have heard elsewhere that trading shadow Pokemon to lucky friends was a way to guarantee very high IVs. That has now been changed, so you can no longer trade shadow Pokemon, but you can trade purified. And there are 2 new search terms now, which are shadow and purified. So if you want to see all the ones that you've been catching, just type in shadow, purified, and that will give you all of them. Purifying a Pokemon will also change its charged move from frustrated to return, which is also a bit pants. But hey, more to collect. This Team Go Rocket launch has also come with special research. We get to see Professor Willow again. It's actually super easy. You can do it in a couple of hours, depending on how many shadow Pokestops you see nearby. I would suggest going through the first phase, because the second phase is go do the shadow thing. But otherwise, you'll complete it without even trying. And you will see that the rewards are things like an Ekans or a Coughing. That's because they have now been released in shiny forms. I did not get any. A whole bunch of them relating to Team Rocket have actually been launched, so let me go check the list. From July 25th till 1st August, 1 PM PDT, 9 PM UK time. Oddly specific shiny Pokemon have started appearing, says the announcement. Basically, shiny Ekans and shiny Coughing are now in the wild, in raids, and in eggs. And a whole bunch of Pokemon associated with Team Rocket will start appearing more frequently in eggs, which is Rattata, Ekans, Sentry, Zubat, Meowth, Machop, Magnemite, Grimer, Ghastly, Drowsy, Cubone, Coughing, Murkrow, Sneasel, Houndour, and Poochyena. And out of all that list, the one that does not have a shiny form is Meowth. Sneasel and Zubat aren't boosted in the wild, so if you want to hunt those, you want Tier 1 raids for Zubat and Tier 2 raids for Sneasel. Out in the real world, we've also seen photographs of Team Rocket doing naughty things in New York. So there have been on the Pokemon Go app Twitter photos of Team Rocket going around vandalizing their ad campaign. We can also... I am old, and I don't know how these things work, but there is a bunch of Team Rocket stickers on Giphy. Giphy? I don't know how to pronounce this either. So if you're doing Instagram posts or Instagram stories, if you go into the search in the stickers and search for Team Go Rocket, then you get a whole bunch of little graffiti-like things that you can add to your your stories, which are very cute. And I've been told they should also work on Facebook and anywhere else that pulls from Giphy. Whatever that means. I'm so old and out of touch. So these tweets about Team Rocket are actually the lead up to a surprise real-world event that's going on in New York. According to Games Radar, the notorious Team Go Rocket will be invading the streets and subways of Midtown Manhattan in New York City from 3 PM to 7 PM Eastern Time. Basically, they've taken over all the ad campaign over there, and also every single Pokestop within the region, which, according to a video found on Twitter, is around 34th Street. Every single one of those Pokestops is taken over by Team Rocket. So anyone who happens to be in New York for the next few hours can get so many shadow Pokemon. And here's a map that was provided to Games Radar from Niantic. Later on in the article, they have another quote from Niantic which says, "This specific mini-activation with the hacking of the terminals is happening just in New York. I can't say much about the rest of the world, but I can say an exciting weekend is in store for trainers." So maybe something will happen near me. So yeah, we now have battles in the wild, and I like it so much. It feels so much more like a mainline Pokemon game now, because not only are we walking around trying to catch Pokemon, we're also going out and fighting things, and it gives me a purpose to having all these potions and things. Because I don't raid that much anymore. I'll go out. I'll do like, if there's a legendary raid hour, I'll go out and do that. I'll do like a raid train if they have a shiny day. But I am lazy, so I have a team. I've had a 10 CP team set up to do my daily battle against the team leader. So I can get Sinnoh Stones or free Stardust, and then they all just die very quickly, and I get free stuff without even trying. But as I said earlier, now I actually have to pay attention. I have to learn how the PvP system works, how the best way to battle is, and more importantly, I'm no longer throwing away max potions and max revives all the time because I never use them. So in that sense, it's great. In another sense, it's burning through my Stardust to purify these Pokemon and taking up my candies. But, I mean, now that I have my extra purification ball, badge ball thing, extra ball for purification badge, I can speak English. I'm sorry, it's too hot. I live in England and we've been in this massive heat wave and I'm sitting under studio lights and it's so hot. Don't be like me and go out chasing Pokemon, or rather Team Rocket stops in 34 degrees without sunscreen. Be safe, look after yourselves, stay hydrated, wear sunscreen, and also chase Team Rocket away. So yeah, now that I have my purification extra ball to catch with, I don't feel the need to burn quite so much Stardust, because the Pokemon you do get from the Team Rocket battles can sometimes be really, really bad IVs. So just throw them away. I know, according to the lore, it's all, oh no, the Pokemon is suffering because they've been driven crazy by Team Rocket. No, Professor Willow can take care of that. It'll be fine. Anyway, I hope you learned something from this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit like, maybe subscribe, maybe hit the bell, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!